This is what a lot of people think about Nottingham and Nottinghamshire's green agenda. You know, these bikes, these electric bikes, they just get nicked, they get robbed, they get stripped for parts. You know, the list goes on. Now, these e-scooters that you can hire them in any city now, and you get these little twats flying past you on the pavement, left, right and centre. I get them, you see them everywhere. They're all over the place, especially in city centres. Yeah, if you buy one of these e-scooters, which I did, I haven't got one now, I sold it. And it does state clearly that you're not allowed to ride it anywhere public. You can only hire them and ride them in public, you know? So, fuck the council. You know, the hypocrisy, I can't stand it. It irritates me. Do you know what? I genuinely can't wait for everything to just completely go to shit. You know? And I know I'm not on my own. I know there are plenty of people that feel the same. It's like the build up. You know, at the start of a really good film, it's got brought to you by blah blah blah, produced by blah 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 blah, in conjunction with blah 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 blah, partnered by blah blah blah. I'm just thinking, just start the fucking film. Start the film. Well, it's very similar to that, but just a little bit more hardcore. I did put a short out earlier on, but I've deleted it because I think there's one part of it that I regretted saying, you know, and because it wasn't right. So I'll kind of go into, I'm hoping the phone plays ball, you know, and doesn't cut out halfway through. So I'm not going to make it a long one, just in case, because when it does cut out and end the videos, I end up so pissed off because I've had flow, you know. So the USS Liberty was pretty much destroyed by Israel in 1967, right? That was a false flag event all day long, and anyone that's done a lot of research into that will know that what I've just said is the truth. Israel knew that that was an American ship, and quite a few people died, and nearly 150 people were injured or more. So that was a false flag event. It was all day long. You know, if anyone wants to challenge me on that, you know, email me, or wait till the live stream. So what they've done now is they've put the USS Nimitz into pretty much the same position, and this is the Liberty was an aircraft carrier. The Nimitz is an aircraft carrier, and it's due for retirement because it's about 50 years old. Now that's been put in position, fully manned crew, right? So, and a bigger aircraft carrier. Now this ceasefire, look, Iran's not got any nuclear weapons. They're pulling the same old bullshit again. The weapons of mass destruction bullshit, right? And there are so many people that are falling for it. But I do believe that there are significantly less people that are falling for it this time than they did the first time around. Yeah, there are still some retards out there that think, oh no, Iran bad, you know, Russia bad, you know, just basically echoing the bullshit that's being poured down their throat from mainstream media. Now, when it's all about regime change, and there are only a few countries left standing. And Israel's behind all of this, all of it, or at least Israel's handlers. Netanyahu is a cunt. That's all he is. That's all he is. A warmongering little cunt. You know, I'd fucking love to go toe to toe with that man. No gloves, you know, 15 rounds, even though he will have gone down in the first, you know, I'd have just carried on and carried on and carried on. No ref. He's making the citizens of Israel look shit, because any country, the citizens, the general citizens of a country are always seen as absolute wankers, even though we've got absolutely nothing to do with any of this. None of these wars are in my name, none of them, and none of them are in your name. Look at that beautiful kestrel. So beautiful. They're so beautiful. That might be a peregrine. So they need to try and get some sort of public backing, as always. And the last time I looked, it was only something like 17% of Americans agree with getting involved with Israel and attacking Iran. You know, so things have changed. That's a very small percentage. Everyone was in absolute shock of 9/11, you know. So nobody, you know, when you're in shock, I was in shock. I watched all that unfold, as I'm sure many of you did. When you're in shock, you don't make really, really rational, well thought out decisions. And the public were just, yes, get in there, get straight in there, destroy them, get in there, get into Iraq, you know, do it. That's changed now. And the fact that Trump is just doing whatever the fuck he wants now, you know, and I said that right from the start. His entire administration has been lobbied, and so's ours. You know, they're just playing different games, but in cahoots with each other. Anyone that still believes in Trump is a fucking idiot. You're a retard. That's what you are. Anyone that believes in any of our Western governments is a dickhead, an absolute dickhead, and part of the problem. So when they, I believe that's what's next. There's going to be some sort of horrific false flag event. Now it might be the Nimitz going down with its crew, or a tactical nuke. I don't know where. I don't think it's going to be in Iran, because then Iran's not going to be blamed for setting a tactical nuke off in Iran. But if a tactical nuke was set off in a neighbouring country, then that will be these nutters in control of all this, pointing out, look, see, Iran's got nukes, look what they've just done to this country, you know, something like that. It's either that or the Nimitz. That's what I see coming. And I would love to get your take on this. You know, there are some people out there that it doesn't matter what you say to them, right? It's just not going in. Narcissists. You can't reason with a proper fucking narcissist. You can't even tell a narcissist that a narcissist is a narcissist, because they're a narcissist. Anyway, it was just a short walk and rant, you know, just to get that off my chest. And to anyone thinking, well, what's this got to do with prepping? It's got everything to do with prepping, because everything's going to go up full fucking volume. You know, a volume that's got 10 on it going up to 11 globally, you know, because Russia's going to be thinking, that's if Russia's not involved with this. They're going to be thinking, we're next. You know, and they've got a lot of border, a hell of a lot of border to protect. So is China, you know. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, I might even manage to be able to get a walkthrough based on the fact that my phone's allowed me to record this long. I might get a little walkthrough in the garden when I get back, just so that I can wind down a little bit. Much love and ciao for now.